Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Naresh Mago with the news at 9. The headlines. Results declared for by-elections to 7 assembly constituencies spread over 6 states. BJP wins 4 while RJD, Shiv Sena, Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray and TRS bag 1 seat each. Prime Minister Narendra Modi kickstarts BJP's election campaign for Gujarat Assembly polls. Electioneering gains momentum for Himachal Pradesh Assembly elections. UN Climate Change Summit opens with host Egypt calling upon countries to move from pledges to an era of implementation. And in cricket, semi-final lineup drawn for men's T20 World Cup, India to face England while New Zealand to take on Pakistan in semis. All the results have been declared for the by-elections to 7 assembly constituencies spread over 6 states. Out of these, BJP has won 4 seats, while RJD, Shiv Sena, Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray and TRS have bagged 1 seat each. In Uttar Pradesh, Aman Giri of the BJP has won the Gola Gokarnnath seat in Lakhimpur district, while the party candidate Bhavya Bishnoi has bagged the Adampur seat in Haryana. In Odisha as well, BJP's Suryavanshi Suraj emerged victorious from Dhamnagar seat. In Bihar, Kusum Devi of BJP has been declared elected from Gopalganj constituency, while RJD candidate Neelam Devi has bagged the Mokama seat. Shiv Sena Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray candidate Rutuja Ramesh Latke grabbed the Andheri East seat in Maharashtra. TRS candidate K. Prabhakar Reddy won from Munugode constituency of Telangana. By-polls to these constituencies were held on Thursday. Prime Minister and senior BJP leader Narendra Modi today kick-started campaigning for assembly elections in Gujarat by addressing a public rally at Kaprada constituency in Valsad. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Modi said, Gujarat has achieved new heights of development in every sector in the past 2 decades, and each Gujarati has contributed towards it. The Prime Minister said, it is the fighting spirit of the people of the state that helped in overcoming every challenge that came in the way of development.
આપણે ગુજરાતના લોકો એવા છીએ કે જે ખભે ખભો મિલાવીને સાથે રહીને સંપૂર્ણ ગુજરાતનો વિકાસ કરીએ, સમાજનો વિકાસ કરીએ, એવો આપણા માટે અવસર છે અને એમાં આપણે ક્યારે પાછી પાણી નથી કરતા.
Mr. Modi said there is a big transformation in the lives of tribal people and fishermen of the state in the past 2 decades under the BJP government. The Prime Minister also congratulated the BJP government of the state for providing tapped water supply to all the households of rural Gujarat. The assembly elections in Gujarat will be held in 2 phases. The first phase of polling will be held in 89 constituencies on the 1st of December. In the second phase, 93 constituencies will go to polls on the 5th of December. Counting of votes will be taken up on 8th December. Campaigning is gaining momentum for the Himachal Pradesh Assembly elections. The state is going to polls for the Assembly election on the 12th of this month in a single phase. The counting of votes will take place on the 8th of December. BJP star campaigner Amit Shah held public meetings in Kangra and Una districts today. Speaking at the events, Mr. Shah listed out several welfare schemes implemented by the BJP government for the development of the state.
हिमाचल के अंदर 41,000 करोड़ रुपए का निवेश लेकर आए, बल्क ड्रग पार्क लगभग 1100 करोड़ के निवेश से बनाया, मेडिकल डिवाइस पार्क नालागढ़ पंजाब की बॉर्डर पर वहां 400 करोड़ की लागत से लगाने का काम किया और ढेर सारे काम किए. ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार ने बहुत सारे विकास के काम करने का एक जो संकल्प लिया था आज पूरा कर मैं आया हूं.
Mr. Shah said Article 370 remained in force in Jammu and Kashmir for 75 years due to the vote bank politics, but the Narendra Modi government removed it and united the people of Jammu and Kashmir with the rest of the country. Addressing public meetings at several places in the state, BJP leader Anurag Thakur said, be it road connectivity, infrastructure, medical, education, railways, all this has been possible only because of the double-engine government. Senior Congress leader Anand Sharma held a public meeting at Kelong in Lahaul-Spiti Assembly constituency. He said providing 1 lakh job opportunities and restoration of the old pension scheme would be the priority of the Congress when it comes to power in the state. The notification for the election of Municipal Corporation of Delhi MCD will be issued tomorrow. With the issuance of the notification, the process of filing of nominations will begin. The candidates can file the nomination between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. on all working days, including Saturdays, in the office of the concerned returning officer. The last date of filing nominations is 14th November. The election of MCD will be held on 4th December and the counting of votes will take place on 7th December. The government has allowed export of sugar up to 60 lakh metric ton LMT during the sugar season 2022-23. The measure is aimed at balancing the price stability of sugar in the country and the financial position of sugar mills. The centre has prioritized availability of about 275 LMT sugar for domestic consumption, about 50 LMT sugar for diversion to ethanol production, and to have a closing balance of about 60 LMT sugar as of September this year. In a statement, the Commerce and Industry Ministry said the balanced quantity of sugar will be allowed for exports. The government has also asked sugar mills to export speedily to make early payments to farmers. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
मुट्ठी भर अंग्रेज और हमारे विशाल देश पर राज करने का स्वप्न देख रहे हैं, पर हम इनके स्वप्न को चकनाचूर कर देंगे।
निकल पड़े स्वाधीनता के पथ भाले, स्वतंत्रता संग्राम की सुनी अनसुनी कहानियों के साथ स्वराज हर रविवार रात 9 बजे डीडी नेशनल पर।
The 27th session of the Conference of the Parties COP27 of the United Nations Climate Change Conference UNFCCC began in Egypt today. The UN's annual Climate Change Summit opened with host Egypt calling upon countries to move from pledges to an era of implementation. More than 120 world leaders are scheduled to address the summit at Sharm el-Sheikh. In his address, COP27 President and Egyptian Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry asked leaders not to let food and energy crisis related to the Russia-Ukraine conflict get in the way of action on climate change. Mr. Shoukry also stressed the need to find a solution to the problem of climate change, which United Nations World Meteorological Organization mentioned in its latest report. In the State of the Global Climate Report 2022, scientists estimate that global temperatures have now risen by 1.15 degrees Celsius since pre-industrial times and said the past 8 years are on track to be the warmest on record. In his statement, the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres described the new report as a chronicle of climate chaos. He said it was clear the planet is sending a distress signal. The outgoing chair of the talks, British official Alok Sharma, said countries had made considerable progress at their last meeting in Glasgow.
So I want to thank the 29 countries which have already updated their NDCs since Glasgow. From Australia to Micronesia, India to Vanuatu, Norway to Gabon. And we also made progress outside the negotiating rooms with commitments from business, from finance, from philanthropy. Thanks to the work that we did together, we achieved our objective, the goal at the heart of the Paris Agreement. We kept 1.5 degrees alive.
Environment, Forest and Climate Change Minister Bhupendra Yadav is leading the Indian delegation at the conference. The minister today inaugurated the India Pavilion. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Yadav said, India's pavilion has been designed with a theme of life, that's lifestyle for environment. The pavilion will send out the message of life through various audio visuals, logos and 3D models. The minister said India is looking forward to substantial progress in the discussions related to climate finance. He said Prime Minister Narendra Modi has provided a simple solution to the complex climate change problem. Science and Technology Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has cautioned that air pollution-related stubble burning cases have risen by 160% in Rajasthan and 20% in Punjab in October this year compared to last year. He expressed serious concern over Delhi's air quality remaining in the severe category for the 5th day in a row, forcing closure of primary schools. Dr. Singh mentioned that states like Haryana and Uttar Pradesh have recorded progressive decline in the incidence of stubble fire burning. The minister said the data indicates that Rajasthan and Punjab governments are not serious about air quality. He said the two states have not properly utilized the funds which were provided by the centre to purchase machines for stubble management. Dr. Singh added that centre has provided more than 3,000 crore rupees to states for stubble management, out of which nearly 1,500 crore rupees were provided to Punjab alone. The Education Ministry will celebrate Janajatiya Gaurav Divas in a grand manner on 15th November in schools and higher educational institutions across the country. Last year, the Union Government had declared 15th November as Janajatiya Gaurav Divas, dedicated to the memory of brave tribal freedom fighters. 15th November is the birth anniversary of Birsa Munda, who is revered as God by tribal communities across the country. Birsa Munda was an iconic freedom fighter, social reformer, and revered tribal leader of the country. In the United States, in the upcoming midterm elections on Tuesday, polling will be held for all 435 seats in the House of Representatives, while 35 are up for grabs in the Senate. According to polls, though Democrats currently hold both chambers of Congress, they are expected to lose the House and are in a dead heat for control of the Senate. The outcome of the elections will determine the composition of the U.S. Congress and the power structure in 36 states. It will shape the rest of Joe Biden's presidency and also impact America's posture towards the rest of the world. It will also set the stage for the 2024 presidential elections in the country. Midterms are often seen as a referendum on the sitting president, and with Mr. Biden's approval hovering at 40%, Republicans have found plenty to criticize as Americans worry about high inflation, guns, and immigration. A total lunar eclipse will occur on Tuesday, 8 November. This eclipse will be visible in South America, North America, Australia, Asia, the North Atlantic Ocean, and the Pacific Ocean. In India, the eclipse will be visible from all the places at the time of moonrise. The eclipse will begin at 14:39 hours Indian time. The total eclipse will start at 15:46 hours Indian time. The Ministry of Earth Science, however, said the beginning of the partial and total phases of the eclipse will not be visible from any place in India, as the phenomena will be in progress before moonrise. Ending of both the total and partial phases will be visible from the eastern part of the country. In cricket, the lineup for the semi-finals of Men's T20 World Cup has been confirmed after a gripping group stage came to an end. India will face England in the second semi-final on the 10th of November at Adelaide, after New Zealand take on Pakistan in the first semi-final on 9th November at Sydney. The winners of the two semi-finals will face in the Summit Clash on 13th November in Melbourne. The lineup was drawn after India defeated Zimbabwe by 71 runs in the final Group 2 match of the tournament at Melbourne this evening. Chasing a target of 187 runs, Zimbabwe were bundled out for 115 in 17.2 overs by India. Earlier electing to bat first after winning the toss, the men in blue posted 186 for 5 in stipulated 20 overs with the help of Suryakumar Yadav and KL Rahul, who scored blistering half-centuries. With today's contribution, Suryakumar became the first Indian player to score 1,000 T20 international runs in a calendar year. In 28 innings this year, Suryakumar has scored 1,026 runs at an average of 44.6. Ace shuttler Pramod Bhagat won the Para Badminton World Championships in Tokyo. He successfully defended his singles crown, defeating India's Nitish Kumar in the gold medal match. Pramod defeated compatriot Nitish Kumar 21-19, 21-19 in 53 minutes to clinch the gold medal in the men's singles SL3 event. Pramod, along with his team partner Manoj Sarkar, also won the silver in the men's doubles event after losing to Indonesia's Hikmat Ramdhani and Ukun Rukaendi. In boxing, two-time Commonwealth Games bronze medalist Muhammad Hassamuddin progressed to the semi-finals as India's medal count continued to swell at the Asian Elite Boxing Championships at Amman in Jordan today. Hassamuddin defeated South Korea's Hang Seok Lee 5-0 in the quarterfinal bout of 57kg category and guarantee yet another medal for India. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Results declared for by-elections to 7 assembly constituencies spread over 6 states. BJP wins 4, while RJD, Shiv Sena, Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray and TRS bag 1 seat each. Prime Minister Narendra Modi kickstarts BJP's election campaign for Gujarat Assembly polls. Electioneering gaining momentum for Himachal Pradesh Assembly elections. UN Climate Change Summit opens with host Egypt calling upon countries to move from pledges to an era of implementation. And in cricket, semi-final lineup drawn for Men's T20 World Cup. India to face England, while New Zealand to take on Pakistan in semis. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.